Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the same chapter matter. The next topic of your chapter is law of conservation of mass, which we are going to discuss in this video. This is the last topic of your video, so without any delay, please open your book so that we can start. Okay. The law which is which has given in your book is law of conservation of mass. So first of all, just know that Antoine Lavoisier, this scientist has given the law of conservation of mass in chemical reaction. Okay. Now, you see what this law states. This law states that matter can neither be created nor destroyed. In other words, we can say the total mass, that is the sum of mass of reacting mixture and the products formed, remains constant. That means mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. So see here it has written Antoine Lavoisier gave this law in the year 1789 based on the data he obtained. Okay. This law states obviously that matter is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. As you have the idea about reactants and products, just take a rough idea about these two terms. The law of conservation of mass means that in a chemical reaction, the total mass of products is equal to the total mass of reactants. Okay, there is no change in mass during a chemical reaction. Now you see, what do you mean by reactants and products? The substance which combine together or react in a chemical reaction are known as reactants, whereas the new substances formed or produced as a result of chemical reaction are called products. Now as you can see here in this example, when calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, okay, when it is heated, a chemical reaction takes place to form calcium oxide, that is CaO, and carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Now it has been found by experiment that if 100 grams of calcium carbonate are decomposed completely, then 56 gram of calcium oxide and 44 grams of carbon dioxide are formed. This can be written as you can see here, CaCO3. When you heat it, it will decompose, to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So here what you can see, that 100 gram of calcium carbonate decomposed to form 56 gram of calcium oxide and 44 gram carbon dioxide. That means if you add these two products, 56 plus 44, you will get 100 grams. That means 100 gram of products formed 100 gram of reactant. That means mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. Since this law, you can also write that the total mass of products, that is 100 gram, is equal to the total mass of reactant 100 gram, 56 plus 44. There is no change of mass during chemical reaction. The mass remains the same or conserved. Now you see one more example which is given in your book. Barium chloride reacts with sodium sulfate to form barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Okay, BaCl2 plus Na2SO4 gives out BaSO4 plus NaCl. First of all, always remember, if you have to prove this question, you have to first balance the whole chemical reaction equation. Okay, so first of all, let's try to balance this. How you are going to balance it? You see, one atom of barium in reactant side. Here also 1 Ba. Nothing is written over here, that means 1. So Ba1. Then you see chlorine, 2 chlorine atom is here. Here also you see 1. So here I have written 2. Okay, like that. So you see Ba1. Then you see sodium 2. Here also 2. Chlorine 2. Chlorine 2 ones are 2. Sulfate ion, you see SO4, here also SO4. So balanced, right? Now as you can see that, see, one experiment, if I will take 20.8 gram of barium chloride and 14.2 gram of sodium sulfate, it will react to form 23.3 gram of barium sulfate and 11.7 gram of sodium chloride. It has been found experimentally that if you will take 20.8 gram of barium chloride and 14.2 gram of sodium sulfate, it will form such. So here we can see that mass of reactant has come. See, 20.8 plus 14.2, 35 gram, and mass of product 35 gram. So mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. So we can say that this chemical reaction or equation obeys law of conservation of mass. So before solving any equation for law of conservation of mass, you have to balance a chemical reaction or equation. Okay, so here you see, now I'm going to show you how to balance, as I know that you know, but still just a rough concept, you just take it. See here, aluminium, how many aluminium atoms here? 4, right? See, you follow this order. Whenever you are balancing, you follow this order. First you balance metal, then you balance non-metal, then you balance oxygen, then you balance hydrogen. So first you balance here at metal. Aluminium is a metal, we all know. So first of all you balance aluminium. Here how many atoms of aluminium is there? In the reactant side, 4 ones are 4. So here you see 1 is there. No, so 1. So 4 if you will write here, it will become 4. So aluminium balanced. Now you balance non-metal. Non-metal is carbon. You see carbon. 3 carbon atom is here in the reactant side. So here also we have to make 3. So here 1 is there. So if I will write here, then 3 ones are 3. So 3 carbon atoms in the reactant, in the product side. Okay, so aluminium balanced, carbon balanced. See, whenever you are making any changes, just come to the first step always. If you have changed 3 here, then again you check aluminium. 4 balanced, 3 balanced. Then you see oxygen 1. Here how many? 3 into 4. 4 3s are 12 oxygen atoms. Here 1 only. So here I will write 12. 12 ones are 12. So 12 oxygen atom here also, and 4 3s are 12 oxygen atoms in the product side also, reactant side also. Confirm. Correct? Then you see hydrogen. Metal balanced, non-metal balanced, oxygen atom balanced. Then you see hydrogen. 4 3s are 12. 12 hydrogen atoms. Here also, see 12 2s are 24. But here you see 4 3s are 12 hydrogen atom here, plus here also na 3 4 2s are 12 hydrogen. So here it is 24 hydrogen atoms, and here also 24 hydrogen atoms. So this equation is balanced. So okay, study well in your home. Thank you.